Welcome to this channel. This video is created with the intention of helping you prepare for your theory test. We will be uploading videos on RTA Theory test questions and answers so that you can prepare and pass. Disclaimer. This course is designed to be a one-time, self-paced course that will provide you with all the information you need to pass your test the first time. This course contains 12 parts. If you want to pass your test the first time, then don't miss any of the video. This is part 1 of the video. Question 1. What is the main factor that helps you to be a better driver? Being confident. Undertaking as many lessons as possible. Tackling difficult driving situations when you are a new driver. The correct answer is to undertake as many lessons as possible. Question 2. New drivers have a high crash rate because they have not done many hours of driving practice, lack confidence in their driving skills, can be distracted by other people's advice. In this one, all of the options are somewhat correct, but the most probable option would be that they have not done many hours of driving practice. Question 3. Driving is more dangerous if you have noisy passengers in your car. Do not keep your car clean and tidy. Go on long drives regularly. The correct answer is the first option, have noisy passengers in your car. Question 4. You are driving a vehicle. Before you move into the left lane, you should sound your horn to warn other drivers. Do a head check to ensure there is room for you in front of another vehicle. Move towards the left lane and check that the other vehicle's driver will give way to you. The correct answer is to do a head check to ensure there is room for you in front of another vehicle. Question 5. New drivers are more likely to crash because they often drive too close to the vehicle in front, too slowly, all over the road. The correct answer is too close to the vehicle in front. Question 6. New drivers tend to focus more on the mechanical side of operations. This is a risky period because they are not able to see the hazard. Their reactions may be either too slow or exaggerated. Their reactions are always late. The correct answer is that their reactions may be either too slow or exaggerated. Question 7. Why is it important to scan the road scene when you drive? It will help you stay awake. You are more likely to anticipate potential hazards. You will develop good vehicle control. It is important to scan the road to anticipate potential hazards. Thus the correct answer is the second option. Question 8. While driving, a head check means keep your head still at all times. Checking that you can see behind you in your side mirrors. Looking over your shoulders to see through the side windows. Head check is done to check the blind spot, thus, the correct answer would be to look over your shoulders to see through the side windows. Question 9. How long does it take to be a good driver? About 15 hours of driving practice. About 6 months of driving practice. Many years of driving practice. The correct answer is many years of driving practice. Question 10. The diagram shows a driver's blind spot when you drive. What can you do about blind spots? Set up your rear view mirrors so there are no blind spots. Know where your blind spots are and do a head check regularly. Have your eyesight checked regularly. The correct solution would be to know where your blind spots are and do a head check regularly. Question 11. Most traffic violations like beating the red light are usually caused by bad attitude of the driver, lack of driving skills of the driver, other bad drivers. This is mostly done by the bad attitude of the driver and not the skill. Question 12. You are driving vehicle A. Which vehicles are in your blind spot? Vehicle B only, Vehicle C only, Vehicle B and the motorcycle rider. Both of them are in the blind spot, thus, the answer is Vehicle B and the motorcycle. Question 13. Inexperienced drivers have increased chances of crash risk because they have improved driving. They are always in a hurry. They are less able to predict possible problems. The answer is that they cannot predict possible problems because of their inexperience. Question 14. As part of defensive driving, how should Vehicle B deal with this situation? Assume that Vehicle A may stop for the bike rider. Assume that Vehicle A will not stop for the bike rider. Assume that the bike rider will stop. This is one of the tricky questions that are included in the test. You have to assume the worst in this scenario, and the correct answer would be to assume that Vehicle A may stop for the bike rider. Question 15. You are driving Vehicle A, and the biker is about to cross your path. What should you do? Look out for the biker and be ready to stop if necessary. Drive on. Biker does not have the priority. Swerve to the left to avoid the biker. As you are already in the intersection, thus look out for the biker and be ready to stop if necessary. Question 16. If you are driving Vehicle C, what should you do to stay safe? Stop before entering the intersection. Stop if Vehicle A stops for the biker. Proceed slowly if Vehicle A does not stop for the biker. As there is a stop sign, thus, we would stop before entering the intersection. Question 17. Vehicle A is about to collide with the biker. What was the reason? Vehicle A did not obey the traffic rule. The biker did not obey the traffic rule. Vehicle A was going too fast. The correct option is Vehicle A did not obey the traffic rule. Question 18. Which driver needs to do a head check to see the other vehicle? The driver of Vehicle A only. The driver of Vehicle B only. Both drivers. The correct answer is the driver of Vehicle A only. Question 19. When you have developed the skill to control your car, you will know all there is to know about driving. How to drive safely on the road. Only one of the many driving skills. The correct option is only one of the many driving skills. Question 20. One of the many techniques for safe driving is to try to focus on operating the vehicle only. To try to predict what other drivers will do next. To try to stay ahead of the other drivers every time. The correct answer is to try to predict what other drivers will do next. This is called hazard perception. Question 21. What is one way of telling that you are becoming more skilled as a driver? Your car control and speed control are much more smooth. You drive fast and use the brakes more often. You have shorter lessons. The correct answer is your car control, and speed control is much more smooth. Question 22. What is one way of telling that you are becoming more skilled as a driver? You make correct decisions before your driver instructor tells you what to do. You get annoyed with other drivers when they make a mistake. You move off more quickly from stop signs. The correct answer would be that you make correct decisions before your driver instructor tells you what to do. Question 23. New drivers that have plenty of practice notice more dangers on the road ahead. Drive faster in heavy traffic. Don't use their brakes very often. The correct option is that they notice more dangers on the road ahead. Question 24. What is one way of telling that you are becoming more skilled as a driver? You need less advice from your driving instructor. You have lessons more often. You adjust the radio while driving. The correct option is that you need less advice from your driving instructor. Question 25. You drive and stop at an intersection that has a red traffic light. Can you use a mobile phone while you wait for a change of lights? Yes. No. Yes, but you must stop using the phone when the light turns green. The correct answer would be no. Never use mobile phones when driving, doesn't matter where you are. This is undoubtedly the best free video for your good preparation. This is part 2 of the series. Question 1. In case of a crash, you can be thrown out of your car. This can be prevented if you are holding on to the dashboard tightly. Includes facts about giving way to other vehicles on the road. You are wearing seat belt properly. As a driver, you should be wearing seat belt properly to prevent being thrown out of the car. Question 2. What could be the reason why this collision occurred? Vehicle A did not obey the traffic rule. Vehicle A did not obey the traffic rule. Both vehicles did not obey the traffic rule. This is clear from the picture that it is the fault of the vehicle A, thus the correct option would be, Vehicle A did not obey the traffic rule. Question 3. As a driver, at what time of the day you feel fatigue? If you are driving at a time when you would normally have been sleeping. You drive fast and close behind other vehicles. You can adjust the radio while dribbling. The correct option is if you are driving at a time when you would normally have been sleeping, like doing a night shift. Question 4. Which example is usually the result of using mobile phone while driving? Speeding up or slowing down without reason. Speeding up at all times. Speeding and stopping suddenly. The right option is speeding up or slowing down without reason. Question 5. You start losing focus and drift on across other lane. It is time to take a pill to stay focused on driving. Take time to open your windows. Take a break from your driving. The correct option is to take a break from your driving. Question 6. Driving when tired can cause you to sleep at the wheel and can result to crashes. Can result to loss of focus. Can result to loss of steering wheel. The correct answer is that it can result to crashes. Question 7. Driving under the influence of alcohol is very dangerous because alcohol is not allowed at all. The following distance becomes less. Judging the driving risks become more difficult. The answer is quite easy for this, and it is judging the driving risks become more difficult. Question 8. You are driving vehicle A along a narrow road. How should your driving be? Slower with one hand on the horn. Slower ready for any hidden hazards. Slower with one foot on the parking brake. The correct option would be slower, and ready for any hidden hazards. Question 9. You are driving vehicle A. How should you manage the driving risk? Slow down and be ready to stop. Stop and warn the other vehicles to stop as well. Slow down and change lane. As it is a highway, thus, we cannot completely stop. Thus, slow down first and be ready to stop. Question 10. Vehicles A and B have collided. The most likely cause of the collision is: Vehicle 8 was following Vehicle A too closely. Vehicle A was traveling too quickly. Vehicle A stopped too quickly. The correct option is that Vehicle B was following Vehicle A too closely. Question 11. Which of the images is the correct application of the 2-second rule? The correct option is this one. Question 12. You are driving Vehicle A. How should you manage the driving risk? Complete your turn quickly. Wait until you can see where the cyclist is going. Wait until the car behind you sounds their horn. The correct option would be to wait until you can see where the cyclist is going. Question 13. You are driving car A. What does this diagram say about following distance? In good driving conditions, there should be about a 1-second gap between you and the car in front. In good driving conditions, there should be at least a 2-second gap between you and the car in front. There is no parking allowed. The right option is that in good driving conditions there should be at least a 2-second gap between you and the car in front. Question 14. In good conditions you should leave at least a 2-second gap between you and the car in front. When should you leave a larger gap? At all times. When there is a lot of traffic. When the driving conditions are poor, such as sandstorms or rain. A larger gap should be left when the driving conditions are poor, such as sandstorms or rain. Question 15. You are driving Vehicle A. The driver of Vehicle 8 is trying to overtake your car. What should you do? Drive close to the middle line of the road so it is hard for the driver to overtake you. Turn on your hazard lights to warn the driver not to overtake you in a dangerous place. Slow down and keep to the right. The correct decision would be to slow down and keep. Question 16. You are driving Vehicle A. You want to overtake Vehicle B. You are coming up to the top of a hill. You should overtake Vehicle B before the top of the hill. Stay behind Vehicle B until you are over the hill and it is safe to overtake. Overtake Vehicle B on the right-hand side. The correct option is to stay behind Vehicle B until you are over the hill and it is safe to overtake. Question 17. How do you avoid aquaplaning? By increasing the air pressure in your tires. By slowing down, increasing following distance and traveling in middle lanes if possible. By not traveling in the tracks of the vehicle in front of you. The correct decision would be slowing down, increasing following distance and traveling in middle lanes if possible. Question 18. You are driving vehicle A. How can you avoid a head-on crash with vehicle B? Slow down as safely as you can, and move off the road to the right if possible. Turn your headlights on and sound your horn. Continue straight ahead. Since vehicle B is in the wrong. In this scenario, slow down your car and keep it at the right-hand side. Thus the correct option would be to slow down as safely as you can, and move off the road to the right if possible. Question 19. You are driving vehicle A. You are about to crash into a bike rider who has pulled out ahead of you. To avoid crashes like this, you should not drive in busy areas. Slow down when approaching parked cars, so you can see and respond to hazards. Sound your horn when approaching parked cars so you can warn others of your presence. The correct decision would be to slow down. This is part 3 of the video. Question 1. There are double yellow solid lines painted in the center of the road. Is it permitted to cross the lines to overtake? Yes, you may cross the lines at any time. Yes, but you may only cross the lines to overtake if the road ahead is clear. No, you must not cross the lines to overtake. The correct option is no, you must not cross the lines to overtake. Question 2. Which vehicles must give way? Vehicles A and C. Vehicles A and B. Vehicles B and C. Vehicles A and C must give way. Question 3. Looking at the diagram, which vehicle can turn first? Vehicle A. Vehicle B. Both vehicles can turn at the same time. Vehicle B can turn first. Question 4. You are driving along a road with overhead lane signals, as shown in the diagram. Which lane are you permitted to use? Any lane. A lane under a red X. Any lane under a green or white arrow. Any lane under a green or white arrow can be used. Question 5. You are driving vehicle A. Can you overtake vehicle B on the right? No. Yes, if there are no vehicles in the lane. Yes, if it is safe to do so. The answer is no. Question 6. Who must give way? Vehicle B must give way to vehicle A. Vehicle A must give way to vehicle B. The drivers can decide who gives way. The correct option would be that vehicle B must give way to vehicle A. Question 7. Which vehicle is taking the safest path? Vehicle A. Vehicle B. Vehicle C. Vehicle A is taking the safest route. Question 8. You are driving vehicle A. Do you need to give way to other vehicles? Vehicle B only. Vehicle 0 only. Neither vehicle B nor vehicle C. Neither vehicle B nor vehicle C would be the correct option. Question 9. You are driving vehicle A. It would be best if you gave way to vehicle B only. Vehicle C only. Both vehicle B and vehicle C. The correct decision would be to give way to both vehicle B and vehicle C. Question 10. You are driving vehicle A. It would help if you gave way to The bike rider only. The pedestrian only. Both the bike rider and the pedestrian. Both the bike rider and the pedestrian. Question 11. You are driving vehicle A. You must give way to the motorcycle only. The pedestrian only. Both the pedestrian and the motorcycle. Both the pedestrian and the motorcycle. Question 12. Why should vehicle A give way to vehicle B? Because vehicle A is facing a stop line. Because vehicle A is already stopped. Because vehicle B is traveling fast inside the roundabout. Vehicle A is facing a stop line, which is the right reason. Question 13. You are driving vehicle A. What is the safest way to leave the roundabout? Give way to vehicle B before you leave. Move across to the right lane as you leave. Stay in the left lane as you leave. The safest way would be to stay in the left lane as you leave. Question 14. You are driving vehicle A. Which vehicles must you give way to? Both vehicle B and vehicle C. Vehicle B only. Vehicle C only. Vehicle C must only give way. Question 15. Between vehicles A and B, which has priority and why? B because vehicle A is facing a stop sign. A because vehicle B is not facing a stop sign. B because vehicle A is on the left side of vehicle B. The correct option is B because vehicle A is facing a stop sign. Question 16. Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle A. Vehicle B. The vehicle that gets to the intersection last. Vehicle B must give way. Question 17. Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle A. Vehicle B. The vehicle that gets to the intersection last. Vehicle B must give way. Question 18. Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle A. Vehicle B. The vehicle that gets to the intersection last. Vehicle B must give way. Question 19. Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle A. Vehicle B. The vehicle that gets to the intersection last. In this scenario, vehicle B must give way. Question 20. You are driving vehicle A. What should you do? Continue to make the turn if it is safe to do so. Wait until vehicle B has moved through the intersection. Wait until vehicle C has moved through the intersection. The correct option would be to continue to make the turn if it is safe to do so. Question 21. Which vehicle should go first? Vehicle A. Vehicle B. Vehicle C. Vehicle B should go first. Question 22. You are driving vehicle A. Who must you give way to? Vehicle B only. Vehicle C only. Both vehicle B and vehicle C. Give way to vehicle C only. Question 23. You are the driver of vehicle A. You are parked and about to enter the stream of traffic. You must give way to the bike rider only. Vehicle B only. Both the bike rider and Vehicle B. Give way to both the bike rider and Vehicle B. Question 24. You are driving Vehicle A. How should you complete your turn? You should enter the intersection and complete your left turn. You should enter the intersection slowly and give way to pedestrians. You must not enter the intersection until the pedestrian has completely crossed the road. You should enter the intersection slowly and give way to. Question 3. You are driving Vehicle A. What should you do as you enter the freeway? Stop. Slow down. Adjust your speed to match the freeway traffic. The correct choice is adjust your speed to match the freeway traffic. Question 4. You are driving on a multi-lane freeway. When should you drive in the left lane? Only to overtake. Only if you are traveling at the speed limit. At any time. The correct choice is only to overtake. Question 5. Which vehicle should signal to leave the roundabout if practical? Vehicle A only. Vehicle B only. Both Vehicle A and Vehicle B. The correct choice is both Vehicle A and Vehicle B. Question 6. You are driving Vehicle A. How can you turn safely? Signal for 30 meters before you turn. Slow down, drive past Vehicle B, then signal and turn. Stop, give way to Vehicle B, then signal and turn. The correct choice is slow down, drive past Vehicle B, then signal and turn. Question 7. You are driving Vehicle A and want to overtake Vehicle B. What should you do? Wait for Vehicle B to move to the right lane and then overtake on the left. Overtake Vehicle B in the right lane if it is clear. Sound your horn, flash your lights and drive very close behind Vehicle B. The correct choice is wait for Vehicle B to move to the right lane and then overtake on the left. Question 8. You are driving Vehicle A. What is difficult to judge when you want to overtake? The speed of Vehicle B. The speed of Vehicle C. The speed you are doing. The correct choice is the speed of Vehicle C. Question 9. You are driving Vehicle A. When can you overtake? As soon as Vehicle C has driven past you. When you have a clear view of the road ahead. When Vehicle B signals you to pass. The correct choice is when you have a clear view of the road ahead. Question 10. You are driving Vehicle A at 120 km per hour on a multi-lane road. You want to change lanes. How is it advisable to change lanes safely? Give way to Vehicle B. Overtake Vehicle B, then change lanes. Sound your horn to warn Vehicle B not to change lanes. The correct choice is give way to Vehicle B. Question 11. You are driving Vehicle A. What can you do to make it safer to cross the intersection? Make eye contact with the other driver to get an idea of what Vehicle B will do. Speed up so you cross the intersection before Vehicle B turns. Stop and let Vehicle B turn first, then continue when the road ahead is clear. The correct choice is make eye contact with the other driver to get an idea of what Vehicle B will do. Question 12. Vehicle A gives way to Vehicle B. Which vehicle has the priority here? Vehicle B has the priority. Vehicle A has the priority. Neither Vehicle A nor B has the priority. The correct choice is Vehicle A has the priority. Question 13. You are driving in heavy traffic. Your lane is blocked by a vehicle turning left. What should you do? Wait until the vehicle turns, then proceed. Sound your horn until the vehicle turns. Try to drive around on the footpath to the right of the vehicle. The correct choice is wait until the vehicle turns, then proceed. Question 14. You are driving Vehicle A, why must you give way? Because they arrived first at the place. Because they need some form of assistance. Because law requires it and it is the safe thing to do. The correct choice is because law requires it and it is the safe thing to do. 15. You are driving car A. Do not cut in front of the truck because truck drivers are in a hurry. Trucks have right of way over cars. Trucks need plenty of space to stop. The correct choice is trucks need plenty of space to stop. Question 16. You are in a crash. The police are not in attendance. Someone is injured. What should you do? Make sure the injured person is all right, then drive on. Report the crash to the nearest police station. Only report the crash to the nearest police station if property has also been damaged. The correct choice is report the crash to the nearest police station. Question 17. If your car breaks down, you should warn other drivers by using hazards lights. Call the police station. Leave vehicle on the road and walk away. The correct choice is warn other drivers by using hazards lights. Question 18. When must you drive with lights on? From sunset to sunrise. 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. All the time. The correct choice is from sunset to sunrise. Question 19. Extra care must be taken when driving near schools because young kids may cross the road without looking. Speed limits are different in these areas. Young kids are playing in these areas. The correct choice is young kids may cross the road without looking. Question 20. Placing the baby car seat at the rear seat is safer because front passenger airbag may deploy and injure the baby. Rear seat have better hold than the front seat. Front seats are actually designed for adult passengers only. The correct choice is front passenger airbag may deploy and injure the baby. Question 21. If you are driving a pickup truck, you should load as much as you can onto the truck. Place all the load at the front of the truck. Cover your load to stop it moving around. The correct choice is cover your load to stop it moving around. Question 22. The picture shows red traffic light. This means be ready to stop. You must stop. You must slow down. The correct choice is you must stop. Question 23. One of the difficulties of driving is letting other drivers know when they are driving dangerously. Predicting what other drivers will do. Checking your engine oil regularly. The correct choice is predicting what other drivers will do. Question 24. Driving is more dangerous if you adjust the radio as you drive. Talk on a mobile telephone as you drive. Adjust the radio or talk on a mobile phone as you drive. The correct choice is adjust the radio or talk on a mobile phone as you drive. Question 25. Which of the following is more important? Looking ahead for hazards. Controlling your vehicle in a skid. Keeping your vehicle clean and tidy. The correct choice is looking ahead for hazards. This is undoubtedly the best free video for your good preparation. This is part 5 of the video. Question 1. You wish to overtake safely on a two-way road. You must not overtake if there are no road markings in the center of the road. There are broken white lines in the center of the road. There are two solid yellow lines in the center of the road. The correct option is, there are two solid yellow lines in the center of the road. Question 2. Driving conditions on a road will be worse in dry weather. Worse in wet weather. The same in dry or wet weather. The correct option is worse in wet weather. Question 3. People walking along or crossing the roads should be warned with strong sound of horn. Should be told by the enforcement people to stay away from cars. Should be considered as among the many hazards on the road. The correct option is should be considered as among the many hazards on the road. Question 4. Which of the following will make you a more dangerous driver? Drinking alcohol. Taking medicines. Drinking alcohol and also taking certain medicines. The correct option is drinking alcohol and also taking certain medicines. Question 5. Speeding increases the risk of a crash because it slows your reflexes. It increases the number of road hazards. The faster you drive, the longer it takes to stop. The correct option is the faster you drive, the longer it takes to stop. Question 6. You will be a safer driver if you drive just a little bit slower because you will have time to look at the scenery. You gain more experience by driving slowly. You can respond to hazards by slowing down quicker. The correct option is, you can respond to hazards by slowing down quicker. Question 7. Looking at the diagram, if vehicle A stops now, vehicle B may crash into it. How could the risk of a crash like this be avoided? Both vehicles need to travel at a speed that will allow them to stop safely at an intersection. Vehicle A speeds up to cross the intersection on the orange light. Vehicle B overtakes Vehicle A before the intersection. The correct option is, both vehicles need to travel at a speed that will allow them to stop safely at an intersection. Question 8. Driving under the influence of alcohol is dangerous and UAE traffic law prohibits it. UAE traffic law allows small amount. UAE traffic law controls it. The correct option is, UAE traffic law prohibits it. Question 9. Driving under the influence of alcohol is punishable by 24 black points plus AED 2400. 24 black points plus other fines. 24 black points plus fines by court. The correct option is 24 black points plus fines by court. Question 10. At what speed should you travel on the road? At a speed shown on the speed limit signs. At least 10 km per hour below the speed limit signs. At a speed shown on a speed limit signs or slower, depending on the road conditions. The correct option is, at a speed shown on a speed limit signs or slower, depending on the road conditions. Question 11. Just before you enter an intersection the traffic signal turns red. What should you do? Slow down and check for vehicles on your left before you cross. Accelerate to get across the intersection quickly. Stop. The correct option is, stop. Question 12. How should you drive into a bend in the road? Accelerate a little. Slow down gradually. Continue at the same speed. The correct option is, slow down gradually. Question 13. What is the speed limit in a residential area with single lane when there are no speed limit signs? 40 km per hour. 50 km per hour. 60 km per hour. The correct option is, 40 km per hour. Question 14. There is a single white broken line painted in the center of a two-way road. Where must you drive? You must drive on the line. You must keep as close to the line as possible. You must keep to the right of the line. The correct option is, you must keep to the right of the line. Question 15. A red traffic light means you must stop and wait. Stop if safe to do so. You must stop unless turning right. The correct option is, you must. Question 16. A yellow traffic light means that you must stop immediately. Stop providing it is safe to do so. Speed up to get through the intersection before the light turns red. The correct option is, stop providing it is safe to do so. Question 17. Pedestrians are using pedestrian lights to cross the road you are turning into. When must you give way to the pedestrians? Only when the pedestrian lights show a green walking figure. Always. Never. The correct option is, always. Question 18. You are approaching a stop sign. When must you stop? Always, even if there is no other traffic. Only when there is other traffic approaching the intersection. Only when there is danger of a collision with another vehicle. The correct option is, always, even if there is no other traffic. Question 19. You want to drive straight through an intersection where there are no lights or signs. You must give way to any vehicle on your left. Any vehicle on your right. Any vehicle driving towards you and turning left. The correct option is, you must give way to any vehicle on your left. Question 20. You are about to make a U-turn. You must have a clear view of traffic on the road. Ahead of you only. Behind you only. In both directions. The correct option is, in both directions. Question 21. How should you leave a freeway? Stop and give way to any other vehicles. Continue to drive at the same speed. Be in the correct lane, signal and adjust your speed when on an exit ramp. The correct option is, be in the correct lane, signal and adjust your speed when on an exit ramp. Question 22. When must you drive with your headlights and tail lights on? Only when it is dark only. On Emirates roads. Between sunset and sunrise, and when the weather conditions reduce visibility. The correct option is, this is part 6 of the series. Question 1. You are driving vehicle A. There are no oncoming vehicles. Which diagram shows a situation where you are permitted to overtake? First diagram. Second diagram. Third diagram. The correct option is third diagram. Question 2. You are overtaking. One way to know when it is safe to return to your lane is: turn on your left indicator for 5 seconds. Wait until you see both headlights of the vehicle you have overtaken in your rear view mirror. Continue straight ahead until you are at least 300 meters ahead of the vehicle you are overtaking. The correct option is, to wait until you see both headlights of the vehicle you have overtaken in your rear view mirror. Question 3. What does the sign mean? You can stop on the right side. You cannot stop on the right side. Pass on the right side. The correct option is, you cannot stop on the right side. Question 4. Keeping a record of each driving lesson is good because you can check that you have practiced a wide range of driving conditions. Includes facts about giving way to other vehicles on the road. It helps you to find which is the best route to take. The correct option is to check that you have practiced a wide range of driving conditions. Question 5. When you are driving behind a truck, it is best to go close behind it. Far enough behind the truck so you can see the driver in the truck's rear vision mirror. Beside the truck's left door. The correct option is, far enough behind the truck to see the driver in the truck's rear vision mirror. Question 6. What does this sign mean? Prohibits exceeding the 80 km per hour speed limit. Mandatory, up to 80 km per hour only. Warning, do not exceed 80 km per hour. The correct option is to prohibit exceeding the 80 km per hour speed limit. Question 7. What does this sign mean? The road ahead narrows. The road ahead separates into two. The road ahead gets wider. The correct option is, the road ahead narrows. Question 8. What does this sign mean? The right lane merges to the left. Proper lane closure ahead. The right-hand lane closed ahead. The correct option is right lane closure ahead. Question 9. What does this sign mean? Warning, road works ahead. Warning, workers are crossing ahead. Warning, pedestrian works ahead. The correct option is warning, the road works ahead. Question 10. What should you do when a worker on the road in front of you is holding this sign? Drive slowly and observe any directions from the road worker. Proceed at the speed limit. Stop and wait until the car behind you sounds the horn. The correct option is, drive slowly and observe any directions from the road worker. This is part 7 of the series. Question 1. This sign warns of other dangers on the road ahead. The correct option is Question 2. This sign warns you are approaching a school zone. The correct option is question 3. When coming to a green traffic light, you should continue ahead but be ready to stop if you have to. Increase your speed. Use low speed lane. The correct option is continue ahead but be ready to stop if you have to. Question 4. This sign means must keep to the left. The correct option is question 5. What does this sign mean? Police order to reduce speed. Police parking only. Direction signs for police cars. The correct option is police order to reduce speed. Question 6. Which sign means move ahead only? The correct option is question 7. Which sign prohibits overtaking? The correct option is question 8. This sign means stop. Which category does this sign belong to? Mandatory signs. Prohibitory signs. Control signs. The correct option is control signs. Question 9. Which sign means you may pass on either side of the road? The correct option is question 10. You must stop when you see this sign. The correct option is question 11. Which sign means U-turn is not permitted? The correct option is question 12. What does this sign mean? Priority for traffic from the opposite direction. No access to this road. Side road ahead. The correct option is priority for traffic from the opposite direction. Question 13. Which sign means you must not stop in this area? The correct option is question 14. Which sign gives you order to give way? Question 15. Major junctions have diagonal yellow lines. Why? 15. Major junctions have diagonal yellow lines. Why? To prevent junction from being blocked. To improve visibility of road markings. To stop speeding drivers. The correct option is to prevent junction from being blocked. Question 16. This sign indicates a roundabout and direction of travel. The correct option is question 17. This is a mandatory sign. It means ahead only, no options for other directions. Ahead only, there is options for other directions. One way, there is options for other directions. The correct option is ahead only, no options for other directions. Question 18. This traffic sign means priority over oncoming vehicles. Pass either side. Give way to oncoming vehicles. The correct option is pass either side. Question 19. Which of these signs mean you must give way? The correct option is question 20. Which of these signs warn you of hazard ahead? The correct option is question 21. What does this sign mean? Parking area for handicapped drivers only. Handicapped drivers on training may turn right. Vehicles with handicapped stickers may park on the left. The correct option is parking area for handicapped drivers only. Question 22. Which of these signs mean you must travel on the direction of arrow? The correct option is question 23. Where would you usually find this sign? Inside the tunnel, at hospital zone, and at school zone. The correct option is at hospital zone. Question 24. This traffic sign means U-turn ahead. You must make a U-turn. Make the U-turn now. The correct option is U-turn ahead. Question 25. Which of these signs mean cyclists are prohibited? The correct option is this is undoubtedly the best free video for your good preparation. This is part 8 of the video series. Question 1. One of these signs mean the beginning of freeway. The correct option is question 2. With exit direction signs, the white exit panel means this lane will end ahead. This lane moves away from main carriageway. Lol, this lane runs parallel with the main carriageway. The correct option is this lane moves away from main carriageway. Question 3. Which of these signs mean Emirates routes? The correct option is question 4. What is the meaning of this traffic sign? You have priority over vehicles coming towards you. The vehicles coming towards you have the priority. TL, there is a height limit along your path. The correct option is you have priority over vehicles coming towards you. Question 5. On a high-speed road, which sign warns of the right lane closed? The correct option is question 6. What is the meaning of this traffic sign? Road works ahead, slow down. Road works ahead, keep to your speed. Road works ahead, stop. The correct option is road works ahead, slow down. Question 7. Which of these signs does not allow turning for heavy vehicles? The correct option is question 8. Circular traffic signs with blue background are used for guide signs, prohibitory signs, mandatory signs. The correct option is mandatory signs. Question 9. Which of these signs prohibits overtaking? The correct option is question 10. Driving on freeway, this sign means while lane ahead is used as waiting area. Lane ahead is open for traffic. Lane ahead is used for overtaking. The correct option is lane ahead is open for traffic. Question 11. This traffic sign means drivers are prohibited from exceeding 80 km per hour speed limit. Warned not to exceed the 80 km per hour speed limit. Informed of the speed limit ahead. The correct option is prohibited from exceeding 80 km per hour speed limit. Question 12. This traffic sign means goods vehicles are not allowed. Heavy vehicles are not permitted to turn. Good vehicles not allowed to park. The correct option is goods vehicles are not allowed. Question 13. Which of the signs indicate the maximum height limits? The correct option is question 14. Which of the signs mean two-way traffic will cross your route ahead? The correct option is question 15. This traffic sign means diversion to opposite carriageway ahead. Overtaking is allowed. Bridge ahead. The correct option is diversion to opposite carriageway ahead. Question 16. Which of the signs warn you of approaching a school zone? The correct option is question 17. This traffic sign means you must stop, even if road is clear. You must stop, if there are vehicles on the road. You must stop if there are children crossing. The correct option is you must stop, even if road is clear. Question 18. When driving near animals, this sign must be observed. The correct option is question 19. When you see this sign, slow down and be ready for their unexpected movement. Slow down and take a diversion. Slow down and slowly stop. The correct option is slow down and be ready for their unexpected movement. Question 20. This sign indicates the beginning of median. The correct option is question 21. Which sign will be circular with blue background? Keep right. No right turn. No overtaking. The correct option is keep right. Question 22. Which sign will be displayed in triangular shape? T-junction chevron. Low flying aircraft ahead. Stop sign. The correct option is low flying aircraft ahead. Question 23. Which sign identifies and marks a physical hazard? The correct option is question 24. If a variable message sign, VMS, shows a speed limit, that speed limit takes priority during that time. That speed limit is not valid. That speed limit becomes permanent for that road. The correct option is this is part 9 of the series. Question 1. Select the sign that means dual carriageway ends ahead. The correct option is question 2. You are about to overtake when you see this sign. You should complete the overtaking quickly. Position your vehicle for a better view. Delay overtaking until the intersection is passed. The correct option is delay overtaking until the intersection is passed. Question 3. When you see this sign, be ready to overtake, give way, speed up. The correct option is give way. Question 4. When you see this sign, you are traveling in a two-way traffic, about to cross a two-way traffic, driving in the opposite direction. The correct option is traveling in a two-way traffic. Question 5. After passing this sign, which sign are you likely to see next? The correct option is question 6. What does this sign mean? The road on the right is closed. No right turn. The road bends to the right. The correct option is no right turn. Question 7. When passing a pedestrian crossing, the proper behavior is wait until pedestrians have completely passed. Sound your horn to pedestrians walking slowly. Show impatience by revving your engine loudly. The correct option is wait until pedestrians have completely passed. Question 8. There is a junction ahead. This means you will merge with other traffic from the right. The dual carriageway ends ahead. You should be positioned to the right. The correct option is you will merge with other traffic from the right. Question 9. Which of the signs warn you of bends on the road ahead? The correct option is question 10. There is a junction ahead. This means the road ahead is uneven. There is a river bank ahead. The road ahead is slippery. The correct option is there is a river bank ahead. Question 11. Which of these signs warn of pedestrians crossing ahead? The correct option is question 12. The traffic light turned green in the direction of your travel, which means you must proceed. You may proceed if you want to. You may proceed if safe to do so. The correct option is you may proceed if safe to do so. Question 13. This sign means stop. Which category does this sign belong to? Mandatory signs, control signs, prohibitory signs. The correct option is control signs. This is part 10 of the series. Question 1. Once you successfully pass the flooded area, it is important to maintain low speed and look for safe place to park. Restore brake efficiency. Find a mechanic to check the condition of your brake system. The correct option would be restore brake efficiency. Question 2. After passing through flood, it is best to have your car checked because the car's sensitive electronics may malfunction. The car navigation system may malfunction. Most modern cars cannot be driven through flood. The correct option would be Have your car checked because the car's sensitive electronics may malfunction. Question 3. One of the difficulties of driving through flood is you cannot see any hidden dangers. You will experience very strong flood. You must have your vehicle checked. The correct option would be, you cannot see any hidden dangers. Question 4. For regular saloon cars, do not drive through if the flood is more than 50% of the tire height. The flood is just starting. The flood is starting to subside. The correct option would be, the flood is more than 50% of the tire height. Question 5. When there is flood, it is best to drive slowly and cautiously. Avoid driving through it, if at all possible. Avoid using the main highways. The correct option would be, avoid driving through it, if at all possible. Question 6. Driving in flood is difficult because flooding reduces the visibility. Flood is very unpredictable. You cannot see if there are deep holes along the path. The correct option would be, you cannot see if there are deep holes along the path. Question 7. After driving through flood, brakes may fade. Moisture in brakes affects the speed. Brakes get stuck. The correct option would be, brakes may fade. Question 8. Mobile phones distract drivers and cause them to change direction suddenly. Maintain focus on the road. Use other routes. The correct option would be, change direction suddenly. Question 9. Using mobile phone affects the focus of drivers, it shows in their full attention to driving. Steady hands on the steering wheel. Inconsistent driving. The correct option would be, inconsistent driving. Question 10. Drivers using mobile phones commit same mistakes again and again. Commit mistakes in judgment. Commit several violations. The correct option would be, commit mistakes in judgment. Question 11. Drivers using mobile phones tend to have difficulty staying in the lane. Look confused. Cause others to violate rules. The correct option would be, have difficulty staying in the lane. Question 12. Drivers on mobile phones are always aggressive. Unable to judge safe gaps in traffic. Unable to stop in time. The correct option would be, unable to judge safe gaps in traffic. Question 13. When driving and using mobile phones, driver must be more attentive. Driver must look farther ahead. Driver react slower than usual. The correct option would be, driver react slower than usual. Question 14. Using mobile phones while driving increases the chances of having collision. Decreases the chances of having collision. Improves the chances of arriving safely. The correct option would be, increases the chances of having collision. Question 15. The time you look for a name to call in your mobile phone may result to a serious crash. Save some time off your travel. May avoid unnecessary delays. The correct option would be, may result to a serious crash. Question 16. Drive on the safe side and avoid talking on mobile phone while parked, jumping the queue just to get a few meters ahead, signaling while lane changing. The correct option would be, jumping the queue just to get a few meters ahead. Question 17. Driving that causes tension or dangers on the roads is unacceptable driving behavior, role model driving behavior, driving by the rules of the road. The correct option would be, unacceptable driving behavior. Question 18. Driving too fast for the situation is an unacceptable driving behavior, a proper way of driving, just the way other people drive. The correct option would be, an unacceptable driving behavior. Question 19. When driving, avoid this kind of behavior: maintaining safe gap, driving too close to the vehicle in front, keeping to the slow lane. The correct option would be, driving too close to the vehicle in front. Question 20. Not signaling while lane changing causes tension to other drivers, more fun to driving, dangers to be reduced. The correct option would be, tension to other drivers. Question 21. Driving slowly on the fast lane is equally dangerous as overspeeding, a normal and acceptable driving, a sure and safe way to drive. The correct option would be, equally dangerous as overspeeding. Question 22. Flashing headlights to intimidate others show that you are a good driver. Increases risk of a crash. It increases your confidence. The correct option would be, increases risk of a crash. Question 23. The best way to deal with drivers signaling to turn is to intentionally push in, to intentionally block their path, to give way and allow to turn. The correct option would be, to give way and allow to turn. Question 24. Ignoring priority rules is when drivers are entering the main road carefully, give way on give way signs, not stopping on stop signs. This is part 11 of the series. Question 1. Signaling when lane changing is important because it helps reduce crash risks. It helps reduce braking distance. It helps reduce brake wear. The correct option would be, it helps reduce crash risks. Question 2. Driving in a safe manner can be done by all drivers if they decide to. Can be done in the presence of the police. Can be done in urban areas. The correct option would be, all drivers if they decide to. Question 3. Allowing extra travel time will enable enjoying the route. Unless a tough choice is one of good driving practices. The correct option would be, is one of good driving practices. Question 4. Make your journey safer and more pleasant by planning journey in advance. Traveling during good weather only. Traveling with good companions only. The correct option would be, planning journey in advance. Question 5. Driving at your best condition means not driving when sleepy or tired. Choosing the best routes. Not driving when in doubt of way. The correct option would be not driving when sleepy or tired. Question 6. Driving in a relaxed manner can be achieved by not driving when intoxicated. Using indicators always. Driving at slow lane when possible. The correct option would be driving at slow lane when possible. Question 7. At least 2-second gap refers safe following distance to the vehicle in front. Distance when vehicle stops. Stopping and braking distance. The correct option would be safe following distance to the vehicle in front. Question 8. Avoid conflict with other road users by giving way, even if you have the priority sometimes. Showing mistakes of other drivers. Giving way to elderly pedestrian. The correct option would be giving way, even if you have the priority sometimes. Question 9. Drivers must use of indicators appropriately while driving. This is required by the UAE traffic law. This is not required by the UAE traffic law. This is required by the transport industry. The correct option would be, this is required by the UAE traffic law. Question 10. When making U-turns, the right indicator must be turned on. The left indicator must be turned on. Neither indicator must be turned on. The correct option would be, the left indicator must be turned on. Question 11. When leaving a roundabout, the left indicator must be turned on. There is no need for the indicator to be turned on. The right indicator must be turned on. The correct option would be, the right indicator must be turned on. Question 12. Proper use of indicators will let other road users know your intention. Let other road users recognize you. Let other drivers follow. The correct option would be, let other road users know your intention. Question 13. Proper use of indicators will show you take into consideration all other road users. You are being patient. You are giving way to others. The correct option would be, you take into consideration all other road users. Question 14. After making the turn with the indicator on, indicator will always turn off by itself. Check that it is turned off. Indicator can be left on. The correct option would be, check that it is turned off. Question 15. In case of breakdown, where is the proper place for the warning triangle? 50 m away from the car, in the direction of approaching traffic. 40 m away from the car, in the direction of approaching traffic. 30 m away from the car, in the direction of approaching traffic. The correct option would be 50 m away from the car, in the direction of approaching traffic. Question 16. The yellow solid line on the road means overtaking is permitted. Overtaking is prohibited. Overtaking is permitted sometimes. The correct option would be overtaking is prohibited. Question 17. Why are major junctions lined with diagonal yellow lines? To increase visibility of lines. To stop speeding drivers. To prevent the junction from being blocked. The correct option would be, to prevent the junction from being blocked. Question 18. Series of raised lines painted across the road, known as speed humps, rumble strips, broken yellow lines. The correct option would be, rumble strips. Question 19. Rumble strips are meant to warn drivers of approaching hazard. Warn drivers that the load is falling off. Warn of traffic from opposite direction. The correct option would be, warn drivers of approaching hazard. Question 20. Large roundabouts will usually have rumble strips. Just before the roundabout. Within the roundabout. After the roundabout. The correct option would be, just before the roundabout. Question 21. Driving on a sharp bend, the road markings will be. The correct option would be. Question 22. In an uncontrolled roundabout, priority is given to vehicles coming from the right, vehicles coming from the left, vehicles signaling to turn left. The correct option would be, vehicles coming from the left. Question 23. The traffic light turns green, this means you may move off. You may proceed if safe to do so. You may proceed after 1 second. The correct option would be, you may proceed if safe to do so. Question 24. The traffic light in junction turns green, before proceeding. Ensure your exit is clear. Ensure the light is not red. Ensure you do not go first. The correct option would be, ensure your exit is clear. Question 25. This traffic light means you must stop if safe to do so. The correct option would be. This is undoubtedly the best free video for your good preparation. Don't miss any of the video and share to your friends who don't know about this. Thank you for watching.